Correspondent Michelle Begue has tenaciously pursued this story for America's Now. She gained special entry into a prison in El Salvador where cameras aren't usually allowed.
And walking through these prisons with just inmates as our guards, it is clear they are in control.
The men have improvised their sleeping arrangements, so there's a mattress on the floor under a bunk bed.
Every day, 59-year-old Hernan must cross a busy highway to get to the entrance of the place he now calls home.
Many come to shelters like this one, looking for the basics: food, clothing, and safety. In the last 25 years, 11,000 Colombians have been killed or maimed by landmines planted by the perpetrators of the country's 5 decades of armed conflict. The palm industry has not reached this area yet, but the biggest threat is for the indigenous cultures. Doctors say that the biggest problem, and the one that goes unseen, is chronic malnutrition. As you can see, these lands are not easily cultivated, so for these family members to be able to send their kids to school or access health in the only private clinic that there is.
Soon after polls closed, thousands of Humala supporters came to this square in downtown Lima. President Chavez has just won another 6-year term, and he will continue with his Bolivarian revolution.
There is an opposition here, obviously, in Caracas. Chavez was a very polarizing figure, but right now their voice hasn't really been seen here in Caracas as we walk down the streets. For 68 days, the miners have shown unity while trapped 700 meters below the ground. It is estimated that more than 200,000 kids are being exploited as rastaviks. This is the Haitian word for a child slave, and it was common even before the earthquake. This is the largest cigar factory in Cuba, and 80% of its 650 workers are women. Now that hour-and-a-half odyssey from the northern part of Bogota to the southern tip is just a 7-minute helicopter ride. This cultural center is located in the neighborhood called Moravia. In the 80s and 90s, it was one of the poorest and most violent slums of Medellin. The delays are quite evident here. This is supposed to be a campsite that receives rebels who have left the jungle. Begue claims its 70,000 users have biked more than 7 million kilometers, the equivalent of 180 trips around the world. In the coming years, could Cuban players be the country's leading export to the United States?
While Gustavo Petro asked the Colombian people to lead a movement in his favor, his legal team is looking for international support.
Well, Mike, you just said it. All those cases that we showed on that graphic are conflicts that are over, that ended. And here, the biggest issue is security. We're 34 meters below ground, and the men are about to prepare a blast so that they can go deeper into the mine where they think are more emeralds. Yes, well, you could say the focus is on the United States and Cuba and how these two presidents are going to be interacting.
¿Y tú cómo viste toda esa intervención del Bronx?
Tenaz, terrible, porque pues yo por lo menos me sentí desplazado.
Very, very happy with this win and that they're going to the quarterfinals. Back to you.
So much reporting from Bogota.